When I heard this story, I actually was not surprised. They have created a hostile world against Black people, and they worked really, really hard to get it this way. So the fact that this happened, not surprising. But it represents the entire group, whether they like it or not. It does. So we recently heard in the last few days that Black people in Ukraine are reporting racism while trying to leave. Now, I was told some of these folks are there for school. A lot of them are studying to become doctors, and some are migrants. So, not surprising. With millions of citizens in Ukraine fleeing the country after Russia initiated a deadly attack on February 24th, there have been increasing reports of racism against Black people in Ukraine as they try to leave the country. Now, I don't know if any of you have been following a lot of the activity going. Russia dropped a cluster bomb down on these folks today, and they said a school got destroyed and people were killed. So, the attacks are stepping up. And then I also read where Ukraine is trying to call for an immediate ceasefire, and Russia is really not responding to them. They're just continuing on their campaign. The hashtag Africans in Ukraine is being used on Twitter to highlight cases of racial injustice and to highlight. I'm not surprised. I mean, it's frustrating hearing this. And to highlight the ways that Black people are being left behind in the rush to flee danger, which proves right there they don't care whether these Africans that are there mainly for schooling or whether they live or die. They could care less. So in times of an emergency, they gonna put themselves first into hell with anyone from Africa. Now I know the African nations because most of these students are Nigerian. They were raising hell because they said we offered to get them out of there. Allow us to get them out. So I don't know if they're going to let the planes come in there or let them go to a border country. Who knows? According to The Independent, Black people seeking to leave the country have been abandoned at border crossings and have been discriminated against in their attempts to board public transportation to evacuate the country. One citizen even told The Independent that he and his family were denied entry to a bus on its way to crossing the border, being told no blacks. I cannot imagine a scenario where white Ukrainians would ever be denied asylum. So, how they're treating us is unwarranted, it's baseless. We are all escaping. So let's push a common thread, the citizen said. A medical student also caught in the conflict took to social media to report their experience and said that it continued even after they were eventually able to cross the border after hours of travel, several buses crossing every hour, and not one foreigner allowed across. They wrote on Twitter. We finally made it across and we're told accommodations at hotels are only for Ukrainians. So they got to be out in the cold. And some of these folks got children. I mean, that is just ridiculous. No sleep, no food in 3 days. Why does nationality determine who rests? These folks, look, one thing about racism is very irrational. So when we sit around and try to make sense of it, it's never going to make sense. And that's the truth. It is never going to make any sense to anybody other than the people that are doing it. According to the Irish Times, an estimate 20% of Ukrainian students are African. They are from Morocco, Nigeria, and Egypt, are among the top countries with foreign students in Ukraine. Wait a minute. I thought y'all say you were the Egyptians. So you're mistreating the Egyptians too? Aren't they your people according to you? I get it. In time of an emergency, they ain't your people now. Ooh, you people ain't no good. Are among the top 10 countries with foreign students in Ukraine. So you even left the Egyptians, your beloved Egyptians? No, you didn't do that. Yeah, the Egyptians are no longer family, y'all. They ain't family now. Okay. Oh man, this is why so many are now turning their nose up at coming to this country and being labeled as white because you don't treat them like they're white. And that's why they object to that. So, moving on into this story, it was African activists who initially started the hashtag Africans in Ukraine hashtag to bring awareness to the issue of racism and discrimination. Since the hashtag was started, videos and images of Black and African citizens being denied evacuation from Ukraine have flooded global social media timelines. The UN Refugee Agency has responded to these reports in a statement posted to social media. So, this is what they wrote. As numbers of refugees fleeing Ukraine increase by the hour, it is crucial that receiving countries continue to welcome all of those fleeing conflict and insecurity, irrespectively of nationality and race, and that they receive adequate international support to carry out this task. And this was posted February 27th, 2022 at 4:07 p.m. With flights out of UK, sorry, let me start all over. With flights out of Ukraine being grounded, African governments have had to support their people from a significant distance. Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced in a statement on Sunday, February 27th, that Nigerians would be granted visa-free access to Hungary and Romania and urged citizens to move towards those borders. Mm-mm-mm. So, of course, they are outraged in the way their people are being treated, but, in the whole scheme of things, they really shouldn't be. I mean, look, we see these things in America too. These people, when things are tough, they know how to be exclusive. They really do. And, now that their world is coming apart, we need to all come together. No, we don't. And this is one of the big reasons why. Okay. No, we don't. So, reports of that Africans are singled out for unacceptable dissimilar treatment would be shockingly racist and in breach of international law, the statement reads. In regards to chairpersons, urge all countries to respect international law and show empathy and support to all people fleeing the world. Y'all don't do that. I'm just looking at this statement. Y'all don't do that anywhere on this planet, notwithstanding their racial identity. No, you're doing what we have seen you do all throughout our lives, and it just goes to show you, even in the Ukraine, the people are the same as they are in America, the same as they are in Canada, the UK, and all of these other nations, France, it's all the same no matter where they are. Australia, Germany, it doesn't matter, you know, it's self first. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, take a page from this book. We need to learn how to be self first too. All this call of praying and doing this, and oh, we need to come together. No, that's what we need to do internally. I do agree with that. We need to come together internally. But I'll pass on coming together with these folks for real. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story and about how these people were treated as the Ukraine is being bombed and shelled by Russia. So I guess they want these folks to just sit there and die, huh? Fine with them, right? Y'all tell me what you think in the comment section. Peace, family.